What is the use of RDBMS?
What did that voice come from?
Yeah, just a moment.
So I think everybody has to mute.
Please, all of you mute your microphones. Whenever you have a question, then unmute it and ask me.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
Yeah,
So the background voice is distracting.
Yes, yes. Sonika, please mute yourself also. Yeah, thank you. And Hirut, please mute your microphone.
Yeah, I don't have anybody here, so
okay,
there is no voice.
Okay. Yeah, SQL Server is an RDBMS. What is RDBMS means? It's a relational database management system. Relational database management system. Yeah. This is developed by Microsoft Corporation. And what is the use of any RDBMS? Not only SQL Server, generally you have multiple RDBMSs out there in the world. So what is the use of any RDBMS means? It is used to store or retrieve or process the business data. Business data. Okay. Now, where is the business? From where I am getting the data? Yeah. So let me touch the point DB concepts first. First of all, we need to understand from where we are getting the data. If we understand that point, then we can easily migrate it into how can I modify my business data? How can I manage my business data? That's why let me introduce the DB concepts, database concepts. So generally, the data can be getting a problem again. Okay. Generally, the data can be coming from any business. Generally, the data should be generated from any business. Okay. If you consider about business, the business is having some resources out there. What are the resources of the business? Yeah. Here we are having the basic resources out there. They are called as employees and departments, and the business is there to produce products, and the products should be sold to customers. Let us say every business is having employees, and the employees should be organized into departments, and the business is there, either they are producing products or they can provide service, and the products are sold to customers. Generally, two types of businesses are there in the world. One is production businesses and one is service-based businesses. The production businesses, people can develop the products and they can be sold to the required clients or customers. And some people can provide services. Those services will be provided by the business people only. Yeah. Either we can say it's a service. Okay. Now, suppose I have a new business and I have started on one day. So at the very beginning day, I have a very less amount of data related to my business. While I'm setting up my business, what is my resources are? Only I have employees and departments. Right now, I am in production. The product was not ready. So initially, we have very less amount of data with us in any business. So day by day, the business will be grown up. Once we have finished up our products, development is over, the developed products should be sold to customers. And once we have the customers, after some time from the customers, we will get the request of service from the business. So all these things should be maintained at one place, that is called as database. Yeah. So before that, let me explain about what is data. Here I am talking about in RDBMS, I am talking about data. What is data? If you think about data, the collection of information of any one entity. So these are called as business entities. Business entities. The collection of information of one business entity is called as data or the collection of information of any one business entity is known as data. Okay, so let us say, for example, if you think about any one employee, yeah, what is the information of employee? We can say data of EMP is information of EMP. What is that information? Let us say employee ID, so 102, employee name, some Anil, employee designation, developer, employee join date 2014, yeah, let us say 2014, and in the month of 05 and 05. On May 5th, he joined into the company. So what is the gender? Male. What is his salary? So let us say $3,400. It's a salary. And what is his mobile number? What is his city? And what is the status of the job? Status is enable or disable, whatever it is. Yeah. Say this is data of one employee. What is the data of a product? What was the data of a product? The data of the product, PRD 001. It's a product. And the product name. What is the cost of the laptop is, let us say $2,000. Okay. What is the manufacturing date of the product? Is 2013 11 and on 1st of November 2013. What is the warranty of the product? This is the data of one product I am saying. Like this, you have multiple entities in your business. Each entity is having its own information. The collection of information of its own is called as data of one particular entity. That is called as basic term data. Now, what is database? Let me go through what is database. Okay, like one employee, we have multiple employees out there. Like one product, we are having different types of products. And like one department, we have many number of departments out there. So all the information, yeah, either suppose 1,000 number of employees organized into 5 departments, and they are ready to produce 10 types of different products, and those 10 types of different products are sold to 1,000 number of customers. 1,000 customers, 1,000 employees, and multiple departments and products. All the information related to one business only. So this related information should be stored at one place. That is called as database. So database is a collection of information. It is the collection of information of all entities within the business. Yes, that is called as database. Technically, how can I define it? Generally, everyone can explain like this. Technically, what is the definition of database? I can say database is a collection of programs. Database is a collection of programs which allows the user to fetch the data, to store the data, and to process the data. Yeah, we can say technically it is the collection of programs, or we can say technically it is a software, and which is defined as a collection of programs which allows the user to store or to process the business data. That is called as database. Okay, fine. Now, here in our RDBMS, we have talked about D, data. DB means database. And now I am going to discuss about the database management system. Why we need management system? So without management system, what is the problem? Actually, the first management system is developed by IBM. The management system of any data is it is the home product from IBM company. Remember that. And the name of that product is IMS, Information Management System. Yeah. So those kind of features are included within the DB. Then it is becoming as DBMS. What is DBMS? It's a database management system. Yeah. So a database, it is a database which is combined with management system services. Management system services is known as DBMS. It is known as a DBMS. Again, we know database. Yes, it is a group of collection of objects or entities, and all entities information I am storing at one place. That is called as database. That's fine. At some time, we need to manage it. How can I manage? Yes, that is done by using management system services. So what are the management system services? Management system services or yeah, let us say into your company, if you are recruiting new employees, already in your company you have 100 number of employees out there. In future you have recruited one more 100 number of employees. So those new 100 number of employees information you have to enter into your company database or business database. How should I maintain? How should I enter? Means you are entering new data. Okay. Yes. After some time, some of the employees have good experience in your business. Then definitely they can expect some hike in their salaries. Already every employee in the business will get some salary. So the old salaries should be increased with some percentage. Means the old salaries should be replaced with new salaries. Means you are updating old data. Updating old data with new data. Okay. And let us say, suppose if you are a customer for a company, so then after some time, unfortunately, you have changed your mobile number. Then you need to inform to those to the company about your new mobile number. So then what they can do? So according to your request, they can replace the old mobile number of you with new mobile number. Same thing. Old data is there in the database that can be replaced with new data. Now, after some time, if some people or some employees gone away from your company, they got better opportunities in some other companies. Definitely they can leave. So once they have left your company, then what you have to do? You don't need to maintain complete details of those gone away employees. Only necessary details you have to maintain, and the rest of the details you need to delete. How should I delete unwanted data? This action is called as deleting unwanted data. Okay. And at the same time, you need to provide security to your company database or business database. Security. And another one is you have to authenticate the users. Authenticate the users. What is meant by authentication? So some people working in company A and some people working in company B. The company A people cannot be allowed into company B, and the company B people cannot be allowed into company A. How they can be allowed means based on their authentication. Usually this security and authentication is provided by database administrator. So this is called as DBMS. Any database which is combining these services or providing these services, that is called as DBMS. Now let me come to the point of the complete spelling, that is RDBMS. RDBMS stands for, just now we have seen, RDBMS means, just hold on 1 second. Let us see. Just now we have seen what is the full form of RDBMS is Relational Database Management System. We know up to Database Management System. Fine. Then what is additional character R? Relational Database Management System. What it is? Yeah. See here. Without relation, what is the problem is at some time I am unable to get my required information from the database. At sometimes maybe I will get invalid data from the database. How should I avoid all these things? How should I avoid the communication gap between client or user and the database server? Yeah, that is done by defining relations among the database or business objects. By defining relations between business objects, we can avoid the communication gap between user or end user and the database server. What it is? Yeah. So technically we can define like this. It is the collection of interrelated data. Interrelated data of all interrelated objects. Interrelated objects within the business. This is called as RDBMS. Okay. How the data can be organized in any relational database? Yeah. The data can be organized, whether the data can be stored in a sequential manner or is it stored in Excel format? In which way the data can be stored? In any relational model, the data can be stored in the form of two-dimensional tables. In any relational model, the data can be stored in the form of two-dimensional tables. Two-dimensional tables. What are the two dimensions? X-axis and Y-axis. Mathematically we can say X-axis and Y-axis. X-axis means horizontal line. That horizontal line of information called as record. Y-axis means vertical line. That vertical line of information is called as field or column. Two-dimensional tables. So how can I define a table? Yes. Table is a collection of rows and columns. A table is a collection of rows and columns. Collection of rows and columns. Yeah. And a row is known as a record. A row means horizontal line of information. Is known as record. And a column is known as a field. A column is known as field. Okay. And what it is? If I can store the data as in the form of tables, what is the advantage? For that, let me introduce the example tables here. Already just I have copied those example tables in this document. Let me access those things. See here. For example, I am considering two tables. I have a company and I'm producing some products. The products information I'm storing under products table, this table. Product table is having three fields: PID, PName, cost. Product name, PName in the sense product name. So each column is having some set of values. This vertical field, vertical column is called as a field. The horizontal line of information is known as record. Yeah. And the second table is companies. And I am the dealer. I have a dealership with some companies. The company names are Sony, Moto, Xiaomi. And here the companies table is having three columns again: company code, company name, and country. So company code, I can identify any company with a unique value that is called as company code. And here I am listing out all company names. And here from where we are having the companies, I am maintaining the country of the company. Now, okay, everything is fine. According to our DBMS rules, you are maintaining the information in the form of tables. That's fine. Then what is the problem? Here you have a problem. Let me try to answer for these questions. Can you tell me the company name of product P3? Company name of product P3. Or you can also question yourself like, for any product, can you able to tell me the company name of any product? What is the company name of P5? In this table, I have no information. What is the company name of P2? No information. What is the company city or company country of P4? No information. So from products table, we are unable to access corresponding company's information. So here I'm writing within the brackets, from products table we are unable to find the company's information. This is the problem in your table products. Okay, fine. Let me come to the point of companies table. Can you tell me how many number of products you are maintaining from the company Sony? How many number of products you are maintaining from the company Sony? Yeah. Can you tell me how many number of products? Number of products we have from the company Sony? No, we are unable to say the answer. Why? Because in companies table I am not maintaining any products information. That is the problem. So we are missing some information. Let us see. Okay, yeah. So we are missing some information. That how can I avoid this kind of missing information? How can I fulfill the gap between interrelated objects? Okay, let us see. We can fulfill the gap between the tables or interrelated objects by using normalization process. Normalization process. What is normalization process? Normalization process is nothing but dividing a big table into subtables. So let me introduce denormalization also. How to avoid the information gap between end user, or we can say application, and DB server. From application only we are accessing the information. Every day we are doing that only. But we can't think about it. Every day, if you want to need some information, simply what you can do, go to Google page and type your request. What is happening if you type the request? Based on your request, the information links will be provided to you. If you click on any one link, you will get your required information. Okay, so in the from to which you are interacting, you are the end user. To whom you are interacting? With an application. We can say web application. That web application is giving you the details, whatever you have requested. How it is giving, from where it is taking the information? From database server. Okay, yeah. So in the database server, what is there? In the database server, you have the RDBMS. RDBMS is nothing but the collection of tables related to a business. If you need the products information, then the database server takes the data from the products table and the data will be given to web server, or the web server is redirecting the results to the corresponding web page. From the web page, you are getting the information. This is the scenario. I will tell you each and every scenario. No worries. Just see. Yeah. How to avoid the information gap between end user and application. End user or application and the database server. This is important. Let us see. You can do two things. By maintaining the data, all the data in one table. Maintaining all data at one table. Okay, this is called as denormalization. Denormalization. So, but we have a lot of disadvantages in denormalization. I will tell you that point also. Now, and by maintaining data in individual tables and implement relationship among necessary tables or interrelated tables, by maintaining data in different tables and implementing relationships between interrelated tables. These two processes are called. This process is called as normalization. There is a separate concept is there. It's a very important concept. This normalization means we have to develop business rules and regulations on tables and defining some constraints on the tables. Integrity constraints we can say, or relational constraints we can say. How it is in our subsequent sessions, you will get that information. For the time being, just listen. What is meant by denormalization process? It's very simple. Denormalization, maintaining all the data in one table. Let us say these two are the tables. Let me take this data. Okay. Oh. Okay. The company code Sony and so on, so and so. So company code. Let me delete the rest of the information. Okay. It's a Sony. Okay. And company 1, again we need to do like this. Company 2 is not there. Sony Japan, and company 3 is Xiaomi. Okay, and don't go for this primary key and foreign key. We don't need. Let us see. And company 1 information again we need. Yeah. So this is the complete table, not two tables. And what you are having in this is product, company, details. It's a single table, no two tables. And I'm maintaining all the information in one big table that is called as products, company, details. Okay. See, first product, from which company you are having this product? Sony. And what is the company country of this P4? Company country, Japan. So you have all the information at one place. There is no need to go to somewhere. Okay, that's very fine. But what is the problem is, let us say in a company you are having 5,000 number of employees are there, or consider this same table only. Let us say from the company Sony, I am maintaining 1,000 products. So here we have 3 products from Sony. For the 3 products, you are maintaining same line of information. Same information. Here also same record. Okay. In the same way, if I have 1,000 number of products from the same company, 1,000 number of times you need to maintain this line. For each line you have to add this. So what is the problem? Data duplicacy. Again and again you are maintaining one line of duplicate line for all the corresponding records. If you are maintaining 10,000 number of records, 10,000 number of products from the company Xiaomi, then 10,000 number of times we need to maintain this record again and again. It occupies more disk space. How it is? Yeah. What are the disadvantages? Disadvantages: data duplicacy. Duplicacy is very high and it occupies more disk space than normalized data. Normalized data. How it is? Just a simple calculation I am telling you. Just see here. How many number of columns are there? 6 columns. How many number of records are there? Let me introduce this one also. What is the company to? This one. Just see. Okay. Let us assume. Let's see. Okay. 6 columns and 5 records. 6 into 5, 6 into 5. Totally 30 values are there. So let us assume 30 KB size it is occupying. 30 KB size disk space it is occupying. Okay. Come to normalization. What is normalization? Divide the table into 2 tables. Means whatever how many number of tables you require, that many number of tables you can divide. What is normalization process? Dividing big table into subtables. How many means that depends on your requirement. Dividing the tables into subtables. It is called as normalization process. If we can divide what is happening, normalization process. Dividing the table into subtables is known as normalization process. Okay, fine. So here you are having different types of normalizations. If you understand this concept, you will never forget what is data, how can I organize the data. And see, first normal form. First normal form. What is the first normal form means? Divide the table into subtables based on repeated groups of data. Divide the table into subtables, okay, based on repeated groups of data. Repeated groups of data. Okay. Now let me copy this table and I can divide it right now only. It's very simple and very fast. See. Yeah. You have two tables. Okay, fine. And now I am dividing these two tables into, one table into two tables. Yes, I have divided. Now I got two tables here. You will get many number of advantages by maintaining normal forms. And now see, okay, fine, division of a first normal form is over. Now if you go for the second normal form, what is this? Second normal form. Yeah. Eliminate duplicates. Eliminate duplicates. If you take the same example, yes.
That's fine. Like when you said that when we do the normalization, it occupies less space in the disk also in the system.
Okay.
So, like the thing is this: we have one large table, or we break it into a different tables. So like even then, I mean, it won't have the same space it need to do it or to occupy that information. Is it not? Is it not that thing? Or how? I mean, if you're breaking one big thing into different pieces, but the space will remain the same, not?
No.
Is it not?
No. It reduces a space.
Duplicate should be removed from there.
Yes, see. Before dividing the tables, you have duplicates, a lot of duplicates. After dividing the tables, not only dividing, you need to eliminate the duplicates and some other process, further process is there. If you follow that process, then it reduces the space occupying, and also you have the data fetching or the retrieval of data is as much as fast. Yeah, let me finish up this normalization, then you will get a good idea. Let us see. What is the second normal form object to? Is eliminating duplicates. See, here we are not having any duplicates. That's not a problem. Here in this table, company details table, Sony information you are maintaining 3 times. Is it necessary? No. So remove it. Sony information should not be maintained more than 1 time. Only 1 time is enough, right? Yes.
Okay, I got it now. Yes, that's fine.
Yes. So the eliminated values will consume less space. Means they should not occupy your disk space. Okay. If I can divide the table like this, again we are at the beginning stage. The beginning stage. What is the problem? From this table, I'm not getting this information, and from this table, I'm not getting products information. How can I avoid this communication gap? Yeah. Eliminate the duplicates, and you need to define the primary key or required primary keys. What is primary key? It's one of the business rule. Actually, we have to say like this, it's one of the business rule. What is primary key means? Suppose if you are working in a company, like suppose if you are having 100 number of employees in a company. So each employee have an employee ID, and every employee ID must be different, or any 2 employee IDs are similar? Never. Each employee ID should be different. Why they are maintaining like that? Why don't they maintain any group of people employee IDs are same? No, they should not maintain like that. If they can maintain like that, what is the problem is they cannot identify an employee uniquely. They cannot identify any employee. If they want to identify any employee uniquely, they have to maintain different numbers for each employee. Right? In the same way, what is primary key? Yeah, see here, in this column, we have 3 different values, 3 records. For 3 records, 3 different values are there, and there is no empty value. Empty value is nothing but null value. Yeah, this we can define a primary key on this column. We can define a primary key on this column. And here also in product ID, yes, I can define a primary key on this column. Fine. Now, coming to the point of a third normal form. What was the third normal form? Yeah. Here, third normal form is nothing but implementing relationships. Relation between the tables. Using primary key, we have to define foreign key. Like using primary key, we need to define foreign key. Yeah, how it is? Yeah. In the next table, you have that example. See here. Just observe these 2 tables. In this table, you are having 3 columns. In this table, you have 3 columns. But in the resultant, after third normal form, 4 columns in the first table and 3 columns in the second table. What is the additional column in the first table? Company code. Instead of maintaining complete record for the similar products coming from similar company, just I'm maintaining company code. It's very simple. Just see. Already you have primary key, and I am adding a new column, company code, in the second table, products table. So, and I am defining foreign key on this column, company code column. Okay. So, the foreign key should contain the values from primary key. Foreign key column contains the values from primary key. So it should not maintain other values other than primary key values. What is happening? Yeah. So foreign key is also having duplicates, and you may also maintain null values. If you don't know any company code of a product, then you can remove it, not a problem. Foreign key allows, but primary key cannot allow like blank values. Oh, sorry, Control Z. Yeah. Yeah. Now I think you got it. If you are maintaining like this, then what is the advantage? See, what is the company name of this product? P4. Then how can we check it? Go to company code CMP01, and the control come to company's table and verify CMP01 is there or not. Yes, it is having CMP01. Now what is the name of the company? Sony. So home theater is a product from which company? Sony. Let us say how many number of products you are maintaining from Moto. How many number of products you are maintaining in your store from the company Moto. So for this question, I can check the company code of the Moto and come to products table, and I can verify how many number of products having the company code CMP02. How many number of products are having here? 1 product. So from the company Moto, I am maintaining 1 product. Okay, this is the way you can get the complete information from the interrelated tables. These 2 are interrelated by defining a primary key and foreign key in the tables. At any level, you can consider a table as a parent table if it is having primary key. At any level, you can consider a table as a parent table if it is having a primary key. Yeah, and if any table having foreign key, that is called as a child table. maybe at this stage you may get some kind of question like this. Why don't we define foreign key in companies? And why don't we define primary key in products? Why should not I make products as a parent and company as a child? There is a problem. Without company, can you get the product? No. Okay, so first company should be there. From the company, the products are producing. So company is the parent for product and product is the parent for customer. Remember this scenario. It's very, very important. That's why I have created parent having childs. And after some time, the child may be parent for these childs. Yeah. What is the architecture for this scenario is, if you consider a business, it's a parent for all entire business. Yeah. So business is having branches. So branches are parents for this business. Sorry, branches are childs for this parent. Very good. Next, like Indian branch, USA branch, UK branch. Okay. Under India, you have different states, or under USA, you are having different states. Under UK, you are having different areas. Under each area, again, you are having different districts or different locations. Under each location, again, you are having different branches. Under each branch, again, you are having different departments. So departments or childs for branch. Departments or childs for branch. And each department is having multiple employees. Employees are childs for departments. Departments are childs for branches. And branches are childs for districts or locations or area or regions. Okay. Now, this is what about our explanation about normalization process. That's why we need to implement the relationship between the tables. And one more thing, how can you justify your answer like how the normalized data will occupy less space than denormalized? Yeah. Advantages. It occupies less disk space and data retrieval is very fast. And data duplicacy is reduced at maximum. Duplicacy is reduced at max. This is the advantage. See here, yeah, there is a simple difference. Here you are maintaining duplicate values in one table instead of maintaining duplicate records like this. Okay, yeah. So how the data is occupying less disk space? See here. How many number of columns in this table? 4 columns. Number of records are 5. 4 into 5, 4 into 5 equal to 20. 20 KB disk space it is occupying for the first table. Second table 3 into 3, total 9. Yeah, 3 into 3 is equal to 9 KB it is occupying. So both of them is occupying how much maximum space? 29 KB it is occupying. But in case of normalized data, what was the size it is occupying? 30 KB. So just we are considering 5 records in one table, 3 records in another table, according to our example. But if you go to real time, per a day, how many number of people are checking their required informations in Google page? Per a day, how many number of people are making online transactions with the respective banks? Billions or trillions of records are there in a fraction of seconds. Those many number of records should not be handled manually. And if you are maintaining denormalized data like as it is, then what is the problem is it occupies a lot of disk space than normalized data. Right. I think you understood this about this, and this is about database concepts. And now generally you have two types of databases, types of RDBMS. So you can work in any project throughout the world. In any project, maybe you are working under production department or a testing department or any SAP, SQL Server, Oracle, Java, anything, you should work under a project. So under that project you can see two types of RDBMSs. What are those? OLTP, OLAP. What is OLTP? Online transaction processing. Online transaction processing. And what is OLAP? Online analytical processing. Two kinds of RDBMSs. So everyday data should be maintained here. Everyday data is to be stored in OLTP RDBMS. And here historical data or old data is available from OLAP, or we can say old data. Okay, again we are getting this. Just a moment, let me cut this, and we need to place here. Okay, now so how should I know whether we are working with OLTP or OLAP? Yeah, generally we can work under OLTP as a developer. If you are learning about data warehouse, then you need to work under OLAP level. So even in OLAP is having historical data. What is the difference between current data and historical data? If you do a transaction today, that data is called as a transactional data. Okay, tomorrow you can think about last transaction. The last transaction in the sense yesterday transaction. Yesterday transaction. Today yesterday transaction is becoming as, for today yesterday's transaction information is becoming as historical data. Yeah. Now, so this is what about RDBMS concepts, and generally what is the model. Suppose before building or before constructing a building, generally everybody can follow a plan, building plan. In the same way, if you want to implement online transaction database for any business, you need to follow one model. That model is called as ER model. Okay, just let me. Data models. So for OLTP, what is the model? The model is called as ER model. ER model in the sense entity relationship model. Entity relationship model. What is entity? What is relation? See, product is entity, company is entity in the business. like this. These are entities in the business. So product is one entity, EMP one entity, DEPT one entity. Entity is nothing but object, and customer is one entity. So what is relation? Entity, we know, okay, I can understand what is entity. So what is relation? Yeah. Implementing a relationship between the tables, that is called as relation. Entity relationship model. How one entity is related with other entity. Again, I'm repeating, how one entity in the business is related with other entity. Here, company, the entity company is related with product by using which value? Company code value. By repeating the company code, these two are interrelated. In the same way, that representation you can indicate by using ER model. So what is ER model? What is data model? It represents the way of storing data inside the DBMS. It represents the way of storing data inside the business database. How you have to store the data? By seeing the model only, I can define, I can create the table. By seeing the model only, I can name the table. By seeing the design in a sense, ER model. By seeing that model only, I can specify or relationships between the tables. So it's a blueprint. ER model is a blueprint. Based on that, the developer has to develop or write the queries to implement the tables and their relationships and to define business rules. And we will discuss about from ER model tomorrow. Let me stop for today. And anybody have any questions? Yeah, I'm pointing you. Yes, Ayar, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead. The relation, when we use a primary and foreign key, the thing is that any table can have a primary key and as well as a foreign key both. Because what we are doing is we are trying to interrelate the primary key with the foreign key. So any table, any column or row can have both the things at the same time also.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And what about here?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Okay. And Sonika?
No PV. I'm okay.
Yeah. So let me continue with the rest of the things tomorrow.
But I don't hear the question.
Yeah, tomorrow you have the rest of the things. We will continue tomorrow.
No, I mean the question asked.
Do you want to ask the question? The remaining people, please mute your microphones.
I didn't hear him what he asked you.
Okay. See, generally in products table, already we are having primary key. And in the next third normal form, we are implementing foreign key. So any column, on any column, can I maintain primary key and foreign key? Yes, you can maintain. So means according to primary key and foreign key rules, if the columns are satisfying your requirement, then you can define on any column, not only product ID. If you want to maintain on this, then you can maintain this one on this column also.
It doesn't have to be unique to be
Yes,
a primary.
it should be unique. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, according to primary key rules, if the column values are satisfying primary key rules, then you see PID, all values are unique. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yeah. In P name, all values are unique here also.
Here, yes.
Yes. So can I define that on P name column or not?
Yes.
Yes. That's what he is asking. Can I define primary key on any column in the table or not? If the column is satisfying the primary key rules, then you can define.
Yes, okay.
Yes, yes. Yeah. So, and we will see the rest of the things tomorrow. And for today, see you.
Tomorrow,
Bye-bye.
or is that tomorrow or Monday?
Tomorrow it's a weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
So yes, we will go to from Monday.
Okay.
We'll go to Monday. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you all of you.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
Thank you all of you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. See you. See you.